Hello and welcome to another installment of Winning Mealtime, the show that documents our never-ending 100 years war we're waging against our children who staunchly refuse to eat anything healthy. Hopefully you saw our episode recently where we made a Sunday gravy. We made this Sunday gravy because we wanted to serve meatballs that had hidden spinach in them, all sorts of delicious meats, spaghetti. We really wanted to get this pot of meaty tomato sauce that we're now going to take from New York, New Jersey, Philadelphia. We're going to go to the south of France because we're going to turn it into ratatouille. There is the sort of surefire hits, you know, your waffles and pancakes and things, almost guaranteed success, as close to guaranteed success as you can hope for with these recipes. Then there is the kind of 50-50 shots, right? I made sticky rice omelets recently, something that my daughter begs for. She loves this thing, but my son won't touch it. So there's the sort of 50-50. And then there's the sort of my daughter eats it or one of our kids eats it, but we know for a fact that they are going to be in the minority. And it's going to be challenging, but you know, it's one of those situations where we know it's possible. We know that somebody has achieved this. Somebody has gotten their kids to eat ratatouille. And therefore, we know that a kid will eat it. Maybe your kid will too. It's not quite as bleak as that. I think that this is a really delicious thing. And by the way, so the whole point of these tomato sauce-based recipes is that tomato sauce is a secret super weapon. Super umami, nice little level of sweetness. My kids love acidity, so the tomatoes provide plenty of that. We all know that the kids will eat spaghetti and tomato sauce. But can we use that same super weapon applied to other things, blanket some vegetables in it, and hope that the kids will eat it too? So I have had luck. I've had good luck with ratatouille at our house. Doesn't mean you will too. But this is one of the things that you can make if you have this meaty tomato sauce at home. You made it over the weekend, and you're now trying to repurpose it into something else. And you can serve this just on its own, or with pasta, or whatever you want. But like I said, I've had good luck with it. I hope you do too. I'm gonna use half an onion. If your kid just patently won't eat vegetables ever, I am not going to tell you that they will suddenly eat vegetables with this recipe, because that's a total lie. But if your kids are open to them, if your kids are open to vegetables, this recipe, ratatouille in general, especially one made with very meaty tomato sauce, can only help. So I like to cook this in sort of stages or batches, meaning I'm not gonna cook all the veg at once. I was trying to decide if I wanted to mince all the garlic, which is the press and smear, or if I just wanted sliced garlic. The press and smear is for me, for when you're trying to hide it. But there's no reason to hide the garlic today. We're gonna do the onions and we're gonna do peppers together. We did do a version of this ratatouille as a tarte tatin, which you can see on our various digital channels. But this is more of a straightforward utility. I need to make something quick. And during the pandemic, we ate this a lot, primarily because my mother-in-law, with whom we were living, was growing yellow squash and zucchini, and it was like a plague. These plants would not stop producing squash. And so I was just fighting this two-front war with my children, trying to get them to eat something, and fighting against this garden that was just producing zucchini and squash all the time at an unbelievable clip. And so we ate a lot of this. And so it's a really nice, I know this sounds goofy, but it's like such a nice summer dish. Like, it's really light, and it's this type of thing you want to eat when the days are long and you're having dinner at 7 o'clock and it's still sunny outside, and it feels like a summery thing. So there's a ton of olive oil in this dish. You don't have to do it this way. You can do it you can just throw them all in at the same time, but it's gonna be too much for this. The real problem, if you just try to do all the vegetables at once, is that you're gonna have this giant mass of vegetables, and the bottom is gonna be overcooked and the top is not. So if you're gonna have to cook it in batches anyway, you might as well cook each vegetable separately. I don't know if there's any like real strategy that can make your kids eat more vegetables, honestly, unless like you're just eating vegetables all the time. But the truth is, I never had any problem with vegetables as a kid. But it might also just be that I never had problems eating as a kid. So it didn't really matter. I didn't distinguish between vegetables and not vegetables. It was just like, food for me, put in my mouth. Yum, 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 yum. Salt. Oh, vegetarian parents, look away. I'm already using a meaty tomato sauce for this ratatouille, so I'm also going to use fish sauce to season it. Slice these little tips off. Like I said, there's like a lot of vegetables in here. They're going to shrink down in size. You could do this all at once if you're cooking a smaller batch, but for this much veg, just cooking it in phases is better. Again, I can't promise this will turn your kids into vegetable eaters, but man, I will say from experience, watching your child just happily eat a big bowl of vegetables, like you just feel this insane sense of accomplishment that negates all the rest of the week where you yelled at them or ignored them or just hid in the bathroom looking at your phone for too long. You get them to eat this bowl of vegetables, you just feel like mom or dad of the year. All right, eggplant out. Again, there's probably a cup of olive oil in this dish. In goes all of our squash. I think that if you're the type of person who's trying to exclude zucchini from the family of squash, you should really assess your life and think, what kind of a person am I that feels like I should be able to tell a zucchini it can't be a squash? How does that affect me? How does that make my existence any worse? I didn't put pepper on anything else, I forgot, but you can put some here. This is all gonna get mixed together anyway. I'm gonna leave this on the stem when I put this into this ratatouille, this stew, ultimately because I'm not interested in eating this. I wanna be able to pluck it out. This I have to sacrifice because it already was chopped up. All right, everything back in. Again, now would be the time to add some thyme, if you have it. And then here's the meaty tomato sauce that I spoke of before. That's it. I'm gonna let this simmer for a few minutes, but not too many. And then we're gonna be done. And that's gonna be a delightful, summery treat. It's been 10 minutes. Like the vegetables, you did most of the work of cooking these vegetables, or we did most of the work of cooking these vegetables before we started simmering it in this tomato sauce. So to review, a bunch of delightful spring summer vegetables, onions, garlic, some thyme, some basil, the meaty Sunday gravy tomato sauce that we made, yesterday, 2 days ago, last week. You froze it, you have it on hand. You've already harvested all of the meat from it, so all that's left is that super umami sauce. I'm putting just a little bit more sugar in there. I just like that last little hit of sweetness. And this actually freezes well on its own too. You can put this into quart containers or any day bowls and freeze this and then have a little taste of summer all winter long. Here's the thing. It's the same tomato sauce. It's a very different flavor profile. This hearty, wintry, stick to your ribs, meaty, dark, simmered tomato sauce gets turned into a really light tasting dish. It still has all that umami, but the basil and all these vegetables like really genuinely change this tomato sauce into something that it has a different vibe. And my kids legitimately would eat spaghetti one night and then ratatouille another and not feel like they were eating the same exact thing 2 nights in a row. I like it exactly at this point when the vegetables aren't broken down to mush. Still have like a little bit of crunch to it. And honestly, I don't want it to stew. And maybe this is like, maybe if you're from the south of France, you're from Provençe, you're gonna be like, they have to stew together into one uniform thing. I don't like it like that. I kind of like that you can still taste each vegetable. There's a little bit of difference in texture with each of them. I don't know, I just feel really good eating this. Maybe your kid will be into it, maybe they won't. Mine is. If your kid eats vegetables, make this thing. So there's ratatouille. That was use 2 for this Sunday gravy. Make this big batch of meatballs and delicious hearty stuff on a Sunday. let it stew, take your time, and then on Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday or whatever, when you've got 30 minutes to make dinner, you break out that same tomato sauce, you chop up your vegetables. This is a huge batch of ratatouille. You could do a third of this and probably feed a family of 4 still. Half of this. It's all part of winning mealtime, turning one meal into 3 or 4. That's the only way to survive feeding your children. So stick around. We're going to continue on. We're going to forge ahead with another meal using our Sunday gravy.